making money. And you want to lock in your trade, you also want to protect your downside at the same time.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of American Dream Trading's Futures Education and Trading broadcast. This is an outreach of AmericanDreamTrading.com, by the way, and we're glad that you can be here with us again today. American Dream Trading was founded by Chad Christian, who we call Coach, and we call him Coach because he helps us navigate the muddy waters of everything investing, such as stock options, crypto, and of course my personal favorite and my personal jam, futures. Everything I know about futures, Coach educated me and the rest of the groups on that. So glad you could be here today. My name is Mark McSee. Trying to figure out where I put my cell phone because I just heard it beep. Oh, there it is. Hang on a minute, I gotta silence it. There we go. Anyhow, glad you could be here. I'm Mark McSee. I am one of the moderators here at American Dream Trading, and I'm glad you could be here. You know the routine. If this is your first time being here today, please click subscribe, like, share, and did I say subscribe? That goes without saying, right? All right, hit them thumbs up button, hit them likes. Let's get them likes aflowing. Let's see who can be first today, who can be in number one. All right, so glad you could be here. While we talk about everything related to futures and investing in general, with the emphasis again on futures. So glad to have you here. See people pouring in now, especially over there on TikTok. Glad to have you all here with us today. I will be typing in the chat just some random numbers, just so you know it's me. It'll say ADT Coach, but obviously I'm not Coach. I'm Mark McSee. So, but it'll appear as ADT Coach on there. So it's not Coach, it's actually me. Make sure if you are watching this broadcast on TikTok, especially, generally most social medias, that it does say ADT Coach as the title, as the owner of this channel. It's not ADT Coach with any names, dots, apostrophes, any funny stuff. Make sure it's spelled exactly ADT Coach, all in lowercase letters. That is the one and only true Coach. Unfortunately, when you're popular, people will copy your accounts and attempt to scan you. And at no time will anyone from American Dream Trading contact you versus a direct message through Telegram, WhatsApp. We'll never volunteer to trade your account for you or anything else or have a conversation. There's only two ways we communicate with our members, and that is through our free Discord inside the individual channels. Even though Discord has a direct message function, we will never direct message you that way. If you ever receive a direct message, you need to report it and block that person. The second way that we communicate with each other is through our live Zoom calls for our paid members. And we want to make sure that's how we communicate. Paid members have advantages, and membership has its privileges. So check it out and grab one of them memberships today. We do have a VIP membership, Kick the Tires for 2 weeks, going on also. And our moderator, Doug, over there in the YouTube channel, Chad, is putting those things in there. We have the VIP 12 months you get for $2,500, and when you pay that, you will get 3 months of free gold add-on. We also have the futures for $2,500. You could get 3 months of VIP futures add-on also. That's the next level up. We also have mentorship with one of our trading moderators, David, and that is for two one-on-one sessions per month for a full year for $2,500 also. So you can do it in one installment, or you can do it in a 5K, or you can do 2 installments of each $2,500. It's $5,000 for the full year. Sorry, it's $2,500 times 2 if you want to break it up into 2 monthly payments if you don't want to pay it all once. Hi, MYT. Good to see you back again. I see your note there. I'm doing fine. Thank you. We also have the VIP 2-week kick to tires also for $49. That will renew at a monthly rate of $500 after the 2 weeks if you choose to stay. If not, just click unsubscribe and you won't be charged. Totally for $49 for 2 weeks.
$79 for VIP monthly.
Oh, I'm sorry, $79. Yeah, $49 is for futures. Thank you. There,
For
Doug.
futures, yep.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, $79 for 2 weeks VIP. Futures is $49 for a 2 week trial to kick the tires. We also have our premium membership at $19 for 2 weeks, and the crypto membership also at $19 for 2 weeks. Now, why are the VIP and the futures a little bit more? Well, with the futures and VIP, you get Coach's 3.0 indicator, which is a PineScript add-on to the TradingView. You have to have a TradingView subscription already, which is independent of American Dream Trading. We're not associated with them in any way. And that comes with the VIP and the futures trial memberships. As long as you're a paid member, you can continue to use them. If you choose not to renew, those will automatically self-destruct in 5 minutes, kind of thing, right? So as long as you're a paid member, those will be active. Once you're not, then it's deactivated automatically. So those, come check it out. Those get you training starting as early as 4 a.m. on the VIP. You get training in the live Zoom call, training and trading starting at 4 a.m. Eastern through 4 p.m. Eastern time. The premium membership starts training at 8:45 through 4 p.m. Futures has a live Zoom call starting at 8:30 a.m. through 4 p.m. And crypto has a live Zoom call every Wednesday night at 7:15 p.m. And they will occasionally also have pop-up training Zoom calls. My brain shut down here about 20 minutes ago. You know how you sit there and just all of a sudden wham. So, boy, but I need a nap. But we're going to be busy for the next 2 hours. I can take a nap tonight when I go to bed. How's that? So glad you could be here with us, and we're glad that you could join us. So hopefully you'll learn a little bit today. If you got questions, we'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Just type your questions into your social media chat box, and we'll do our best to answer them for you as time allows. Anyway, making a comment to a comment there about Jenny. All right, so we're glad you could be here. We are live here at American Dream Trading 3 times per day. Coach is live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. I'm live here with the Futures Education and Training broadcast from 2 to 4 p.m. daily on Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. We have the Aftermarket Show with our moderator and host, Dawn, starting at 4 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday. And you'll find that show over in our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. So head on over there if you're not already over at our YouTube channel. You'll find over 2,000 free videos for your educational purposes. Check that out. Totally free to you. It's a service we provide for you. So check that all out. Anyhow, we had a pretty good day today. The market had some nice runs in the early morning. I've been starting at 2 a.m. here recently because the futures market gets some nice runs. Check out your favorite chart and look at around the 2 a.m. Eastern time to 3:30, 4 o'clock, and look at the movement that's in that market. So it's been very financially beneficial for me to wake up at that hour earlier. So that's what I've been doing. I kind of started this week. I was intermittent about it before, but it's very nice to my checking account, to my investment account, which gets put in my checking account. So anyhow, you saw me the last couple days, or yesterday anyway, actually trading my real small account while I am demonstrating using TradingView through Trade-Evade as the broker. Now this here is Webull, which is my main broker that I use. This is a paper trading account. Excuse me while I get a drink here real quick. This is my Webull account. This is the Webull software. It's made up of individual widgets that you can tune these up however you like, right? And if you want different widgets and things there, all you have to do is move things around. It's very simple, very easy to use. So, all right, here. Oops, lost my window. Hang on here. Where's it at? It's behind everything, isn't it? Yep, there it is. There it is. All right. All right, now we're back in business. All right. So let me check real quick. Any questions here? Is a 2-minute EW a slow but sure strategy? Well, if you've been in the investing world more than 2 minutes, you know there's nothing for sure. No one strategy works 100% of the time. Some work better than others, obviously. With Coach's 2-minute EWO strategy, there's the simplicity of it, of when to enter is actually very simple, right? However, there's more to it than that. You have to look at the total picture, and we train you how to do that, how to use the indicators, how to use, put lines on your chart to get historical levels, all those types of things that go into it to help you make a basic decision on whether, number one, the trade's even worth entering, to be able to evaluate that trade, right? Because you just don't want to jump in on willy-nilly, right, obviously. And so all that is part of the training, and that's what we do here at American Dream Team. We're not a call-out group, We don't tell you when to get in a trade. We don't tell you when to get out of a trade. And but what we do provide is education and training to help you develop a skill over time that nobody can take away from you. Even Coach will not be able to take this skill away from you. You can go anywhere in the world to do it at any time. There's an internet connection, right? So that's the beauty of it. It does take time. It's not easy, right? Nothing good comes easy. It takes time on your part, an investment of your time and learning and getting educated, showing up every day, listening to the sound of Coach's voice, and taking notes and learning how to ask questions. And over time, you'll find that you'll be highly educated, right? We like to joke around saying you basically get a master's degree in finance here at American Dream Trading. Now, that's not true. You're not getting a degree. We're not at a accredited college or anything. But the value of the information that you gain over time is just outstanding. And you can take that knowledge and apply it in stocks, stock options, futures, or even crypto. A chart is a chart is a chart, like we like to say, okay? If you can learn to do all the basic things and absorb what we're trying to tell you here, you'll find that not only can you trade stocks, you can trade stock options, crypto, and futures. So, and each one of those has its own little nuances that you have to learn over time. So, again, you have to invest in thyself. It pays the greatest dividends. So no, there's not one guaranteed strategy. I mean, people use the Fibonacci, right? We don't use it. We don't even think about using it. We have our reasons, right? Does it mean the Fibonacci is no good? No, it doesn't mean that at all. It's just Coach has been doing this for 33 years. He knows what he's doing. He used to use it, but he found out there's always something a little bit better, and he chose we don't use the Fibonacci. But you can. I mean, you want to use it, have at it, right? Is the Fibonacci right all the time? Of course not. Nothing is, right? 100%. Why is that? Because we don't control the markets, right? We are reacting to the markets. We have no control over what the market does unless you have $1 billion account and you're going to be trading billions of dollars and hundreds of millions of dollars with a trade. Those are the people who control the markets, right? They decide when to get in and out. And always remember, there's somebody else that's a bigger boy than what you are trading. So the market is controlled by those with the big bucks. Unfortunately, none of us here listening within the sound of my voice are one of those people, right? And so we basically are reacting to what the market gives us. So it is nothing for a Fidelity or a Vanguard or a BlackRock or all the other big mega financial corporations to make big trades all of a sudden and wipe out your position, right? It goes against you. So, and it also affects the indicators and the principles that you use, whatever you're going to use for trading. Coach teaches many, many, many different techniques for trading in different market situations, like the market's going down, the market's going up, it's going sideways, yada, 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 right? Knowing which ones to apply, that takes time. And then you have your own personal style. You may gravitate towards one type of style. The 2-minute EWO, I feel everybody should be doing it. 99.99% of all American Dream Trading users should be doing the 2-minute EWO trading strategy that Coach teaches us, right? He developed it and has refined it over the years. It works very well. As a matter of fact, the first full year I was with ADT, that's all I did was the 2-minute EWO trading strategy. Did I lose money doing it? Yeah. A lot of it was due to my ignorance, right? Remember, ignorance can be fixed, right? Stupid's forever. So I don't believe there's any stupid people. Well, there might be a few stupid people, but everybody's ignorant about something. If I wanted to be a brain surgeon right now, I couldn't do it. Why? Because I'm ignorant of the things of brain surgery. Can I go to college and get educated and go to medical school and all that? Yeah. So you just have to be in the right place, learning the right things, and applying it to your skill set. And over time, you do get that. Thank you, Frank, for sharing our lives. I appreciate it out there. Oh, Bucko's in here. Bucko 504 is over there at TikTok. He's one of our training moderators. He is one of the training moderators over in our crypto program. Highly intelligent about everything crypto. Is a great trainer. Is able to communicate difficult to understand principles in a manner that you will be able to understand it. Chris and him and a few others do a fantastic job over there training up our paid members. So if you want to see what everything's like over there in the crypto, grab that $19 2-week trial crypto membership. If you have any questions over there in TikTok, you can ask Bucko. As long as he's here, I'm sure he'll be more than happy to answer anything crypto for you, even though that's not the emphasis. But he's here to assist, and I appreciate his help, even though he's one of the crypto kings, right? So, but why does he do that? Well, number one, he likes to. He likes to help out. And number two, the principles that he learned in crypto and trading stocks and stock options applies here also, and it applied to crypto. So you're able to apply all of those principles to whatever it is you're training. It really doesn't matter, because that's how Coach teaches. His techniques apply to any type of investment vehicle, believe it or not. It's actually shocking. I was shocked whenever I first came to futures to learn how to do it. I'm like, dang, I already know how to do this. Now, there was things I had to learn, obviously, right? There's different terminologies and different ways of setting stops, and, just learning a little bit of nuances. But my on-the-ground running time was greatly reduced to literally a day, if you want to know the truth of it, was figuring how to set what stops I wanted, right? How many ticks and those little things. So a little bit of those things there that you just have to learn. But all the other things, the trading strategies, they all apply to futures the same as they do stocks, stock options, and crypto. So it's an exciting world. You get the basics down, you can apply it to all different types of memberships. So, and trading different things. So it's an exciting thing. I love it. I love what I do every day. All right. So to say that it's a guaranteed thing, no, nothing's guaranteed, right? But it's been back tested. It's a highly successful technique. I recommend everybody use it, right? People scalp. I'm a scalper. I transitioned from that to scalping. Is that a better way of trading? No. It's just another way of trading. Can I probably make more money by playing the EWO when it occurs? Yes. If I get into EWO and let my runners run and follow the EWO the way Coach teaches it and trains us, I've already proven mathematically to our members that I would have made a lot more money had I just played the EWO instead of scalping the EWO, jumping in and out, locking in profits. It's extremely more profitable to play a good EWO when it forms. Now, again, what am I talking about EWO? Well, it's what you see here on the screen. It's these wave bars right here. Okay, this is the Elliott wave oscillator. And that's what EWO stands for. Yes, there is a real Mr. Elliott, not associated with American Dream Trading or anybody else, right? He's a mathematician, basically, and he says that his theory is that stocks run in waves. And so you have a red wave when it goes down, a green when it's up, red wave when it's down, and it tends to run into waves. Now, there's hundreds of training. My brain's mush. There's hundreds of different trading philosophies that have been developed by Mr. Elliott's wave oscillator theory, okay? And Coach has his own. He developed a 2-minute EWO, and that's what we call it. You can go Google it. There's all kinds. Everybody and their brother's got something that they use the EWO for, and have developed their own way of trading, just using that technique. Okay, we use Coach developed a 2-minute EWO. Nobody else that I know of uses that. So anyway, if they did, they probably learned it from Coach, right? I know all our members know how to use it. And it works on all time frames also. We call it the 2-minute EWO because that's how you should enter using it. However, people that swing trade use the 2-minute EWO on a longer time frame to decide when to get into a trade and when to exit a trade. It works on, I mean, it literally works on any time frame. However, you should use it to enter the 2-minute if that's what you're doing during intraday trading. Now, if you're using, for swing trading, obviously you're going to use a higher time frame, like 1 hour or 4 hour or even a day, right? And you make your entry decision based on it. And the very oversimplified version of this, I'll give you the 10-second version, even though I ramble on, is you enter whenever there's a color change, either red to green or green to red, doesn't matter. When you enter is when the next bar is larger than the first of the color change. Well, in this case, the second bar is really not larger than the first. You can argue a little bit that the third one is, all right? So that would be my entry into the trade. Now, what did that do for me? It got me in when all my critical indicators that we use here at American Dream Trading are behind me. Now, they're not always behind you, but ideally they will be. Sometimes VWAP into 200 or in different places, but I want to see my 921.55 VWAP and a 200 MA to be a really good strong trade in my rear view mirror. So if I'm going down, obviously I want them up above me. If I'm going along, going up, if I think it's going to go up, I'd like to see these behind me. So 921.55, just flip it, the inverse works the same way. So this gets me in, it gets me in below the break of the 9 also, which is what I like to trade on. Right, I tend to get in on the break and hold on the 9. Here's a little type of small break, even though it was at the 200. There's a break and hold, so I could have got in a couple bars earlier, but I'm using this as a scalping thing. But I could still let it run, right? Now this turned into an EWO, and I can play it accordingly, just stay in the trade longer, right? So basically that's the gist of it. That helps you get a good entry, because entry is the key to profits, good profits. Now, this does not tell you to get in or get out officially, but it does give you an indication of an entry point. It's up to you to evaluate everything that's on your chart, whether it be indicators, historical levels, you know, is there news or anything that might affect this? Where's the orders stacked up? If you want to use an L2 order book here, again, these aren't executed orders. These are orders waiting to be filled, so they can be canceled, moved around at any time. So anyhow, so you got to look at the big picture. It's not just as simple as, you know, oh, there's a second bar that says to get in. Okay, I'm getting in. Well, in the oversimplified version, yeah, sure, that's true. But you have to look at the big picture, because you could get in there in a wrong area on a wrong indicator or critical level, and it'll pull right back on you and you'll end up losing money. So we train you how to do all that. We can get you up and running fairly quickly. Now, being able to understand everything might be a different story, but we train on that practically on a daily basis, especially when somebody asks the question. But that was a good question there, Trenton. Appreciate it. We get another sip here. The EW, by the way, are the coach's indicators. Now, it's EWO is on most brokers, right? Again, it's used hundreds of different ways. We use the 2-minute. That's what we do. And then we throw our indicators and everything else on, and how we chart and other things that we teach to look out for. And you put all those combinations of things together, it gives you a novel of what's going on. You still have to evaluate the trade to decide whether this is a good trade or not. And that comes through education, training, and experience over time. But once you develop these skills, like I said, nobody can ever take them away from you. I can't imagine doing anything else than what I'm doing right now. It's been highly profitable to me. It's been good to me. Coach has been good to me, right? The whole community has. And I just feel everybody should use the 2-minute EWO. Now, would I jump in now? Well, it's in an EWO. No, not as a EWO, I wouldn't, because my entry was back here, right? I had that line I just erased. Right here was my entry, but if everything from here down is profit, would you think, can you see that if I'm going on a short, right, that's a profitable trade right there? Beautiful, right? So that was the entry point. Unfortunately, I wasn't in that myself, but I was busy. That started at what time? Around 1:34 actually. And I missed that opportunity to make a lot of money. How much is that worth? Well, let me use my other screen up here. You've got a measuring tool on TradingView that I can use. And that is, as of right now, roughly 300 ticks, right? And NQ pays $5 a tick. 300 times 5 is what? $1,500. One contract, $1,500. Imagine if you had 10 of them, or 5 of them, or 2 of them, right? All you had to do was evaluate the trade, look at the big picture, enter, and just go for the ride. Boom. Now, these indicators, you can see they're crossing over and all that. And we educate you on what these mean, how they interact with each other, the importance or less importance of one over the other, and different things. So, membership has its privileges. So, anyway, we will train you on that. All right. What else we have here? Well, anyway, thank you, Trenton. That was a great question. Over on the TikToks, let's see. Jenny put her phone number up there. Let's see. Hey, Nanya, how's it going? Doug's over there. Also, Doug's everywhere. Jeffrey's over there also. Good to have you here. Love the name, Jeffrey. And you see me typing numbers in. That is me, even though it does say ADT Coach. We share the same one business account. And it should say ADT Coach on your account. If it doesn't, you're using a scammer's account, and you need to block it and report it. If it's got any numbers or spots or spaces or dots or any symbols at all, it's a scammer. Okay, so treat it accordingly. There, I just typed in 1, 2, 3. Do the 14 days come with the indicator? Yes, it does. It does on the VIP Gold. It also comes with the Diamond membership and the Futures membership. Now, it's active. Now, if you come in for 14 days thinking it's going to work, and when you don't renew, it won't. It'll cease to quit working once you're no longer a paid member. But, it's a great opportunity. Come in, kick the tires, right? See it. I want to pretty much assure you, once you get here, you're going to love it, right? And you'll want to continue on. So come in with that attitude that you want to learn everything. You have full privileges of any paid member in the futures or crypto or VIP or premium memberships. So you get access to everything for 14 days. Like I say, if you like it, it'll automatically be billed unless you want to change if you want to pay annually. Obviously, you'll save a lot of money that way, right? You'll save a minimum of 2 months in cost off when you pay annually. You can pay semi-annually, quarterly also. So check that out. How do I check that out? Well, I go to AmericanDreamTrading.com and scroll down about halfway down the landing page, and you will see our site down there. Grab that free Discord first. Once you register, verify your account, you'll have instant access into the traders' lounges, or if you get a paid membership, then you get access to those lounges. So Diamond members, which is our top of the line membership, they get access to every single channel in there, and there's a crap ton of them in there. There was 99, but we just consolidated and refined our Discord the other day. Now the free members, they only see 5 or 6 channels, but one time there's 100 in there, and I don't know I keep saying I'm going to count them, I keep forgetting. So there's a bunches in there. All right. Anyway, what else? Any other questions? See Nunya there. Trenton says, I don't think I can afford not to sign up. You're sold. Well, I'm just telling you about it. I'm not here to it doesn't matter to me. I don't make a dime if you buy or sell one. I welcome you with open arms, though. We'll do our best to educate you while you're here, and hopefully you'll find here. Now, don't be coming in on a 14-day trial thinking you're going to start trading and making all kinds of money. That's not the purpose. The purpose is to get the education, right? You're going to get educated for a long time, right, if you continue your membership. No rush. You weren't making money in futures yesterday. Don't worry about making money in futures tomorrow. You're there to get that education and training, get in our live Zoom calls, get that education for up to 12 hours a day with the VIP membership. Futures is 8:30 to 4, and it's a live Zoom call. So grab this Discord. If you're going to purchase a membership, grab the free Discord first, and that'll get you started. That way, if you have any questions, we can communicate with you via the Discord. Okay, just make sure that if you sign up that your phone number matches the one on your account. Now, if you're already registered for multiple Discords, you may run into the issue verifying your phone number if it's already associated with another Discord account. So watch for that. If you run into issues, usually it's a phone's already attached to another account somewhere. So, but if you never use Discord or you only have this one account, then whatever, right? All right. So Doug's over there, Trenton. If you have any questions, he'll help walk you through. Matter of fact, when you get to free Discord, Doug will probably be one of the ones over to greet you, one of them or Bucko or whatever. Just say, hey, I'm here once you get inside the Traders Lounge. Once you get in, just give us a holler, give us a shout out, and somebody will get with you. You know, way if you have any questions, you can discuss that privately with them. So it's a good deal. Then after you get your Discord, go grab that membership. Or you can grab the membership first, then get to Discord, however you want to do it. But I would highly recommend that you get them while you can, get them now. So anyway, let's see what else we have going on here. Yeah, just make sure you only have one Discord. And try to keep one. When you register for a membership, make sure you register it with the email that's the same as your Discord. It causes issues because people forget what email they use. One email works. You don't have to have 50 of them. We're not going to spam you with anything anyway. We never will any more than we're going to DM you or Telegram you or WhatsApp you. We don't do any of that stuff. So you will receive a welcome email when you get your membership. You'll need to check that out. Always check your spam folders. If you don't see it once you purchase your membership, it'll be automatically sent to you. So check your spam folders in case it doesn't show up in your inbox. I know when I joined, it showed up in my inbox, so I didn't have any issues. Oh, MYT, how are you today, good sir? I take trades. I started trading at, let me look here. I took my first trade this morning at 2:22.37 seconds of the hour this morning Eastern time, 2 a.m., almost 2:30 a.m. Eastern time this morning, and I've been trading since then. I've only completed 28 trades all day, so I wasn't going crazy. I was doing a lot of training today and answering questions, those type of things. When I did trade, I did actually trade my live account, my small account that I'm trading live through Trade of 8 hooked up to my trading view. And members could watch me trade while they were trading also if they wanted to and ask questions. And I kind of talked through the trade once I was in it. Now, I didn't tell them I'm buying here and selling here, right? That doesn't happen. We'll never tell you that. We're an education group. Not only that, neither I or anyone else associated with American Dream Trading are licensed financial advisors. And as such, we can never give you investment, financial, or tax advice at any time. Anybody claims they can and they do, well, they're walking a fine line of getting themselves into legal peril. So we don't do that. Never have, we never will. So anyway, missed that really nice run here. Is it going to continue down further or not? Well, you don't know. It's coming down to the London low this morning. I do have a gold level on NQ down at 310 area. I don't have that on this chart because I don't chart on Webull. I use TradingView almost exclusively. So that would be right in this area, right in here. 309, up a hair. Go down a hair, close enough, whatever. So it'll be down in this area here anyway. I don't have to get exact. I know when it gets down that way to be careful. I got to stretch this out so I can see that number a little bit better. All right, so now I can move this and tweak it a little bit to where I want. If I can grab the line. There we go. So I want that at 310, or what did I say? 310, yeah. 310-ish, close enough, right? 310.69. Well, I got to scroll out a little bit more. Get this in there a little bit tighter. All right, 309.98. Close enough for me. Close enough for hand grenades. Trading and throwing hand grenades is about the same thing sometimes. Get it close enough, good enough. This is a critical level down here. Obviously, it's stopped way up here, but, there's a level there. And it's going back up anyway right now. Good to see you, Douglas, joining over there on the TikToks, along with Doug and Bucko and Nanya and Frank, all them shares. Appreciate you all being here, along with Jeffrey and more. So if you're here, type in a 1, give us thumbs up, do whatever, right? So, all right. Yes, I trade every day. I haven't been trading on Sunday nights here lately, but I did trade Labor Day. Labor Day night, the night of Labor Day, before Labor Day. I traded that day and made money on a federal holiday. People that trade stocks and stock options can't do that. You can in crypto and futures, though. In fact, crypto has an extra hour on us during the week because they can trade 24 hours a day. We can trade futures 23 hours. But crypto even gets to one-up us, and they ain't afraid to point it out. They can trade all day Saturday, all day Sunday. Now, the futures market opens on Sunday night at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So, we effectively, I know it's 5 days, but effectively it's 23 hours a day. 6 during the calendar days anyway. So I'm sitting here watching this thing, see if it wants to pull any more to the downside. I don't know if it will or not. If it does, it does. If not, it is what it is, right? See, can I take a trade right now to the downside? Yeah, I can, right? I'm going to sell. I'm going to go. We got market here. And there it is. Finally placed my order there. Paper trading on here is a lot slower, but the icons do show up. So this shows my entry here. And I didn't enter with, oh yes, I did enter stop loss here. I'm just getting ready. I'm showing you what the stop loss looked like, and it pulled back and took my money. That's all right. It's fake money anyway. I was going to say I didn't have a large enough stop loss here for NQ. I only had it at 25. I really usually go in with 40, but right today it's higher. It's more volatile, so I wanted to change that. What I was going to say was I got to drag the stop loss up, get it out of the road, so I don't get stopped out real quick, right? And that's exactly what happened while I was saying it. That actually cost me $4,290 on 100 contracts. 100 contracts. Yes, I do trade on 100 contracts on my large account. Now my small account, obviously, I don't trade down. I trade a few contracts. So, but on my large account, yes, I can trade more than 100 contracts, but I don't. I'm just comfortable at 100 right now. Now, is that realistic? Well, you do the math. It's $1,000 a contract with TradingView to trade one contract. So if I trade 100, you do the math, right? So you have to have a sizable account to do that. Right now, I'm not even trading my big account. I've been trading my smaller account to demonstrate to our paid members, how it looks, and give them real time live training on my account so they can see and see what it looks like and how it feels. So anyhow, there I am. I've lost $4,000. So obviously I've already made $4,000 because I'm now positive. So I've made $8,000 already. That was $4,000 in a hole. So whatever that is, add that $4,000 to this number, and that's how much I'm making on this trade right now. All right. Now, do I want to buy to get out of this? I'm going short, so obviously I have to buy when I go in it. So I'm going to watch it here and see what happens. All right. There. I need to close this one here and get out of this thing out of my road. There we go. Hang on 1 second. Hello, traders. LK Trader. Nice to have you here with us. Hope you enjoy your stay. If you have any questions, feel free to type them into the chat box below. All right, getting a little bit of a pullback here. Now I'm down. Now I'm back down to the negative again. I wasn't paying attention here. But the trend is down. It has been down all day, really. So now I'm back up 6,000, 8,000 positive, right? That's how fast money is made in the markets, right? Especially if you have lots of money, it builds up real fast. Now I'm up 12,000, but I was down 4. Remember? So if I lock in that profit like that, I can sell it out. It'll execute my order, and there it is, executing the order. I got to cancel out these stops because if I don't, they'll reinstitute. So I ended up 6,000 ahead, down from the 4,000. Whenever I was trying to show you about moving my stop. So basically, I made $10,000 on that. Fake money, obviously. This is paper trading, but this is how I trade. I try to treat my paper trading account as a real account. Obviously, if you don't have a couple $100,000 in your trading account, you don't want to be acting like you do, right? If you have a $1,000 account, well, you should be paper trading 1,000, right? Don't trade. You can have $1 million account. This is set at 10 million. I just do that case so I can jump in and out. occasionally I'll show you guys what not to do on purpose, right? And that takes away from the account without having to reset it every so often. So I just set it big. Well, whoopee ding dong, it's fake, right? Oh, I made $1 million on my trades and paper trading day. Yeah, with trading $10 million. Do you have a $10 million account? Well, then don't trade a $10 million account in your paper trading. Make it realistic, matching yours. The way you start to get a feel for it, right? All you're doing is giving your false sense of accomplishment, right? So don't do that. Please don't do that. I just type 789. You'll see that pop up, but it'll say ADD Coach. All right. I see LK Trader retracted the messages. I don't know what you said. I missed it. Sorry. That's one of the things you can do, retract your messages. All right. Misu joined just now over on TikTok. Welcome. And hang on there. All right. Let's see what we got going on here. Any other questions before we take a walk around here and see what's going on? This is my Webull account there, so I can look at different charts. Here's the S&P 500. It's pretty much mimicking the NASDAQ all day, up and down. You can see the charts look identical. Crude oil had some nice runs today. A little bit choppy there for a while. We have quite a few members love trading oil futures, and they do very well on it. It was a little bit challenging today with some of the wide spreads on these candles, but if you play the EWO, it helps you get in, right? And then all you got to do is go along for the ride, right? All you got to do is decide to manage the trade and get out. Lee asks, what platform and brokerages do you like the most? I use Webull too. I like Webull. It's very intuitive. Once you learn the basics of what a widget is, then you can pretty much, put your screen any way you want. Matter of fact, you can even save setups. Let me see how many I have here. I have a few here, right? This is just the paper trading. If you look at my live account, I have all kinds of them, right? So you can actually save custom ones. I have one saved for the laptop because it's a different resolution. That's under my other one. But, as you do things, you can create them. You can save one for futures, one, see how I have stock trading. I have one for futures with 3 charts. I have 2 mini charts over here on the side. There's options over there. There's different ones here. So you can create as many as you want. It'll save every one you tell it to save and give it a name. So there's all kinds of things. It's pretty unlimited what you can do. And quite frankly, when you first start using trading software with your broker, you're going to modify it over time. You'll I like to have this and this and this and that, right? And then you find out having this and this and this and that is way too much on your screen, and you'll simplify your screen down. But if you're one of those that like lots of data, well, it'll serve those needs too. As far as brokers, I've used Fidelity, I've used Vanguard, I've used Webull and Tradeovate. I'm currently using, I sent a small amount of money, like $1,300, and opened up a Tradeovate account. Again, I had one earlier in the year and I wasn't happy with my experience, but I gave them a second chance and I love it. I couldn't be happier. So they have lower margin fees than what we will do, so you can get more for your money when you're trading. Biggest difference is Tradeovate's intraday rates, which like for one NQ is $1,000 versus $1,600 or $1,700 for Webull, and their rate is good from 6 o'clock at night all the way through 5 o'clock the next day. So their intraday rate is the same all day. The only time it goes to the overnight margin is between 5 and 6 when the futures market's done. So it has its advantages, right? Is it the best out there? I'm not saying that at all. I don't know which one. Is there a best? What may be best for me and fits my needs may not fit your needs, depending on the way you trade and what you're looking for, right, in a broker. So it's not hard to Google things and see which ones have what features and take a look at them. There's hundreds of them out there. I would tell you to stick with the major ones, right? The Webull types and Tradeovate and TradeStation and Ninja Trader, those type of ones, right? Now, can you trade with Fidelity and Vanguard and all them? Yeah, you can, but they're more geared to long-term buy and hold type things. So it's very, frustrating, very clunky day trading. I wasn't happy with my experience, so I actually I initially opened my account or transferred money into one of my Fidelity accounts so I could day trade. And I just found it just wasn't quite what I was, the feel of it, you know. Nothing against Fidelity. I've had Fidelity investment accounts most of my adult life, and Vanguard, both. Both companies are outstanding companies. I have nothing bad to say about them. I just didn't like the user experience. You know what I mean? So I transferred out, went to a coach uses Webull, and so that's what I did. I've been with Webull, and I don't have any complaints about Webull. Does it have issues from time to time? Sure it does. There isn't any broker that doesn't have issues from time to time. So you just got to kind of take it all in stride. You're dealing with a computer program, right? And the internet. Something's bound to go wrong somewhere eventually. Hopefully it just doesn't cost you money to process. So anyhow, there's that. So, and you can come in here in your paper trading account. You can come in here and reset it. You can put it whatever you want. You know, I can make this probably, I don't know what the limit is. I think I can make it 100 million. I don't know. 10 million. That is at 100 right now. There's 10 million, right? So, and that resets everything. Resets your P&L and all that stuff. So that 6,000 or whatever it was I had profit, now it's gone. It was paper money, right? It wasn't real. Now, is this going to break out to the upside or not? This is oil. Let's go back and look at NQ here real quick, see what it's doing. I like NQ. That's what I trade. I can trade anything, but I like that. I actually traded the Russell today. I haven't traded Russell for a while. But at the time, the market opens, and it was just chaos. I'm like, I ain't playing that game. And here the Russell was going straight up to the moon. Never stopped for the longest time. So I jumped in it. I didn't catch the full run of it, but I caught enough. Make a few bucks live in front of our paid members. So, yeah, there's no, I don't think there's any one best of anything generally, right? Actually, I would disagree with your view on, well, you're entitled to your opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong. I think Webull's paper trading leaves a lot to be desired. Only for the fact is when I place an order, okay, I'll tell you when I click here, right? NQ. Watch how long it takes the box to go on there. Here, I'll time it, see what, based on my clock here. And I am going to click when it hits 10 to enter this trade. What's going on? Why didn't it enter that trade? What's going on here? Something not linked right. Futures. Did I hit a button? Maybe I did. Let me see here. What I did. Why is that not lit up? Oh, that's what I did. See up here at the top, I accidentally wasn't paying attention. I didn't switch it off my stock and options. I need to put it on my futures. There we go. All right, so let's try this again. When it hits 45, I'll buy an order to the downside. Doesn't matter which way it goes. There we go. See how many seconds it takes to appear there. There. It took about 4 seconds, 3 to 4 seconds for my trade to show up there. Now, it did execute the trade when I clicked the button. Okay, so don't worry about that, right? I actually bought right here, right? And there's my stop, right? So it just takes a few, you can't move that once you're in it. On paper trading, when you buy 100, it just takes a few seconds to get off there. People freak out when I clicked the button, it didn't show up. Well, it's paper trading. It's a little bit more. Now watch this when I go to exit out of this trade, okay? Watch how long it takes. Let me just close the stop. All right, so watch this right here. Watch how long this takes for that icon. Now, it's going to sell it right away, but let's watch and see how long it takes for that to disappear. I'll tell you right here when I'm going to sell. It will, bang, okay? There, it's sold, and it's been 40, and right there, it took 4 seconds for it to disappear. Sometimes it's there 5, 10 seconds. It's just, it's just aggravating. That's all. It doesn't affect your trading at all. Now, this is just on paper trading. On real trading, there's no issue. It's just that for some reason there are icons for your trade widget when you click buy and sell. Just don't pop off there. That's the only issue. Other than that, it executes the trade when you tell it to, and it sells it when you tell it to. So it's just the paper trading. The regular Webull account doesn't have that issue as far as those appearing and disappearing when you get in and out of a trade. So, hey, Patience for Pennies here, one of our paid members. Good afternoon. So good to have you here. But yeah, I have no issues. I wouldn't steer anybody away from Webull as far as that goes. Neither more would I steer anybody away from Trade-Evate. I like them both. Trade-Evate's futures only. At Webull's, you can trade stock options, and futures. They actually even have a crypto trading that you can do. I would advise to stay away from it. Matter of fact, our crypto kings there, Bucko, would probably be more than happy to recommend, if he's still in here, a good platform for trading crypto. There's lots of them, just like anything else, right? So if there's money to be made, there'll be a corporation formed to take that money. That's just how it is. I just typed in there 456. It says ADT coach, but obviously I'm not ADT coach. I'm Mark McSee, one of the moderators here. All right. So, hey, look, just goofing around, I made $2,000. Imagine that. How long was I in that trade? A few seconds. So, anyhow, wow, trading must be easy. He just clicked a button and clicked another button pretty quickly and made $2,000. Yeah. Well, that was on 100 contracts, right? So, again, not real money. So, it's too bad I didn't do that with my real account, right? If I was with my real account, especially my big account, I just focus on that. I don't want to share that. I wouldn't dare trade 100 contracts in front of anybody. I want to be laser focused and not being distracted, right? All right, Stella, very green today. Good job there, Stella, one of our paid members, saying haven't she taken off for the day. She had a very successful trading day today, a very high percentage return on her total trading account. I won't share that with you unless she wanted to. That's a different story, but I won't. It's a very high. At one point, I was up 27% on my total trading account, and I gave some of it back, so I don't know exactly where I'm at now. Probably 20% maybe. I don't know. Depends if I trade anymore today. I'm not going to. I'm just going to call it a day because I'm not focused, and I'm a little bit tired in the brain. Brain mush going on here, so you need to recognize those things, know you're not at your best, and don't trade, right? There's no reason to. Tomorrow's a new day, right? I can get up tomorrow. I plan on getting up at 2 a.m. and doing the same thing, a quarter till 2, as a matter of fact. I have my alarm set, and I will be down here trading whatever trades available for me at probably by 2 o'clock, 2:15, somewhere in there. I actually waited a little bit this morning for the trade to develop before I jumped in, but yes, I gave up a little bit of profit, but I wanted to see. Anyway, Patience for Penny says, 7 days green, aim small, miss small. F2 said that, one of our paid members. And then if you use smaller position sizes, you can probably stomach staying in a trade longer, and you'll also lose less money, right, on a smaller position size. So you don't want to go in with a big, right? Yeah, you can win big, but you also lose big. Just remember, could have easily lost $2,000. I mean, I've traded 100 contracts, lose $10,000 in one trade. Don't think twice about it. Right? Because I know the next trade, I can go in the same amount of time, get that 10 grand or more back, right? Just like that. So, but it's not for the faint of heart. I mean, I don't have any issues mentally trading it anymore because I've been, I didn't start out trading. Obviously, I started out trading 1, then 2, then 3, worked your way up little by little over time. It didn't happen overnight. So now I don't have really any issues mentally. You think about the money that's being traded there. It does blow your mind, right? But it's not any different me trading this and you trading a small account, trading 5 of something, right? If that's a lot of money to your account, it's the same. What's the difference, right? You're still trading your account, live account, and you can stand to lose it at any moment if you don't conduct a trade properly, right? So same way with me. So that's why I kind of enjoy. I'm actually enjoying these last couple of weeks trading my account live. I'm not going to tell my paid members that. But it's kind of got me reeled back in a little bit, back to basics, settled in a little bit, so settled down, because now I have to make wiser trade decisions. Did I today? No, I still made some dumb mistakes, right? And that's just human nature, right? So, but I am trading, going back to my roots, if you want to say. It's can I go flip over to my large account and trade at any time? Yeah, I can. It's not an issue. It only takes 2 clicks and I'm in my big account and trading bigger money, right? But that's not my focus here. I'm trading live, so people can see what it like. When you're trading 5 micros, what does that mean if it pulls back on you? Well, they've seen me trade 5 micros yesterday. It went down like what, over $500. I let it ride down, and you could see it happen. Of course, I made money on the trade anyway, but today I was doing 5 micros and then took a $300 or $400 loss, right? Because I allowed it to go that far. It's not what you should do. But I made some bad judgments anyway. So It doesn't take, that was 5 micros, which on micros is the smallest increment, but you could still lose a lot of money and you could still make a lot of money. And that's the whole purpose of it. And walking through my trades live, I can sit here and paper trade all day, right? And I do with you guys. Yesterday I did trade my live account using TradingView, link to my Trade-O-Vate account. I did actually trade my live account. I didn't tell you I was at first, but I did mention it during the broadcast later. But when I'm in a trade, I have to be focused on it, right? If I'm distracted, that's mainly the reason I don't trade live. It's just asking for trouble, right? Get distracted, somebody asks a question. Same way when I'm trading my large account, 100 contracts, right? Am I going to share screen and worry about that they're seeing and explaining everything I'm doing? No, because I got to be laser focused. That's a lot of money and a lot of price movement in one tick, right? So it's treated differently, right? I stand more to gain and more to lose trading that larger contract at one time. So, but with a smaller account, I can still lose the same amount of money proportionately. I'm trading one contract instead of 100, one E-mini instead of 100 E-minis. So, and it's true. You should always trade with no distractions. Whatever it takes for you to shut out the outside world, you should do it. And if somebody's going to distract you, or the dog's there, or the kid just threw up all over the floor, or your wife's yelling at you, your husband's arguing with you, whatever, right? Phones are ringing, somebody's pounding on your front door. Don't trade like that. It's just a recipe for disaster, right? You have to be laser focused on what you're doing, because this is real money in real time. The market don't care if you win or lose. Webull does not care if you win or lose. You can call them up and cry all you want. They're going to be, oh, well, I'm sorry to hear you lost money. They're not going to do anything. You're the one to click the buttons, right? You're the one that's in 100% control of what that trade does. So they don't care. The broker does not care. As a matter of fact, they shouldn't care, right? You're the one telling it when to buy and sell, not them. Now, can there be issues with trading and you need to contact them? Yes, of course, right? It's very rare, but, it does happen. So, anyway, the most important thing is not what broker you're using. It's that you know how to use the brokerage software that you are using. So Webull, Webull, I can execute trades at least probably 5-6 different ways. I have these turbo buttons. They call them turbo keys over here. I can program these to some extent and what I want it to do. Like here it says, buy 100 markets, buy 100 contracts at market. I trade in market with a stop loss. My stop loss is pre-programmed already for 25 ticks, and I also can sell it. Now I can also buy at bid. I can buy at ask, or sell at, right? Buy at ask, sell at bid, right? So with stop losses, see, I already have a pre-program. So when I click that, unless I actually come over here and uncheck this, it'll automatically do that with one click. But then you can go through a classic widget. There's probably, I would say, a minimum of 5 ways you can execute an order within Webull alone, right? Other brokers are probably similar. It's just you have to learn how to do it, and you need to know how to do it. It's not just simple as clicking a button. You need to understand, if I get into trouble, what do I do? How do I modify the order? Where do I look, right? All those type of things. So you need to master the software, and it's not hard. It doesn't take that long before you even think about paper trading and or trading with real money. Same way as you should not even be thinking about trading real money until you're educated. You get the education first. You can't put the cart before the horse. Don't be trying to come in here and slap a bunch of money to markets, think you're going to be the next billionaire and you're going to be driving a Lambo at the end of the week, right? Can that happen? Sure. Does it happen? No, right? Have I made enough money in one day to buy a Lambo? Yeah. But that doesn't mean I went out and bought one. It's just silly, right? Anyway, so don't do that. Come in, learn the right way. Follow what coach tells you, right? Learn the basics. Then you build principle on principle. And then as soon as you'll wake up one day and you find out, hey, I got the skills. I understand what all this means now, right? I can trade. I know what these numbers mean, what these lines mean on my chart, etc. Could I explain buy and ask? Well, buy and ask or bid and ask is what it's called. An oversimplified version is this green side. The bid is people wanting to buy. People on the ask are wanting to sell. Now, can I buy on the ask and sell on the bid? Yep. Can I sell it for either one? Yep, I do it all the time. When you buy at market, you're going to get whatever's the best price when it's, well, not even the best price. You're going to get the price whenever that order hits their trading desk, right? I mean, it's instant, but you're not telling it a specific price. So if the candle happens to move rapidly, right now, if I place an order, am I pretty much going to get where I ask it to buy it at on market? Yeah, because the candle's not really moving. If you get a wild candle and you hit market, I may think I'm hitting the button up here, but it may not get filled to down here because the candle moves so rapidly. Price change. So oversimplified green is bid. Like if you went to an auction, how do you buy something at an auction, right? You raise your hand and say, hey, I'll give you this much, right? I'm bidding on a price. It's the same way with stocks. You're like at an, well, you are at an auction basically, right? All right. So if I want to buy, that means somebody has to have one I can buy. And the only way you can get something to buy, because when a corporation issues shares or there's so many contracts issued, there has to be a seller to get you that contract. So the people on this side, this is the price they want to sell at, right? They may have bought this at $23,200. Now they want to sell for $23,300, right? So they'll put in their order to sell at this price. That's what these are. These are a number of contracts lined up to sell at those prices. Now, this is just a number. I don't know. It could actually be 7, but the whole, oh, doggone it, TikTok. I got it. What time is it? Man, it's only an hour. I've been typing in this thing inactive. Now I got to do the puzzle piece. If I can't do this puzzle piece, TikTok, you're going to get disconnected. And I've been typing in this chat box all the time. I don't know what's going on. Yesterday, I didn't even get asked a puzzle piece. But with this system I'm using here, for some reason, I just don't like this puzzle thing when it pops up. Plus, it's slow to load it. So I got 5 minutes to complete it here. So I'm still waiting on the puzzle piece to load up. So this is not good. But we'll see. If it loads and I can successfully move it, which is a hit and miss on its own. If I don't, TikTok, I'll lose your feed. You can go over to YouTube, or I can try to reconnect. At least I heard the alert sound that time, so that's a good thing. Puzzle piece still hasn't loaded up. I'll give it a minute or two here. So yeah, that's the bid and the ask. These are the people who want to say, I'll pay this price. These are the people who say, I want to sell at this price. Now, these aren't firm orders. They can move them up and down. You know, they can come down here. Why do I want to, you know, pay $346 when I come down here, you know, pay with this guy at $344, save myself $2 a contract, right? Now, these numbers here, I started to say, these are just, you know, I doubt these are 7, and the people in the entire world, there's more than 7 of them want to buy this. This could be 900, 9,000, 90,000, 9 million, you know, 900 million, I don't know. But it's just a number. So these just shows you where the bigger orders, you'll see these numbers go from a single digit to a double digit. Right there was a 12 popped up, right? It's larger than the normal. So that's where a lot of people are wanting to buy and sell at. So now I can also, you know, I buy on the ask, right? I can say I want to buy it over here. I want to pay this price. I can say I want to sell it over here. You can do it however you want. You can buy and sell on both sides. So whatever you think is best for you at the time. That's all. Yes, it is Power Hour. All right, let me divert some of my attention away here to TikTok. Puzzle still has not loaded yet. And still got 3 minutes left. So it doesn't look good for TikTok here. Not loading up for whatever reason. Let me refresh it. No, I can't even refresh it. There we go. See if this works or not. Yep, it ain't looking good. It should pop up quicker than it is. All right, I'm going to try this. It'll let me.
B, F, I, X, C.
What? How am I supposed to remember all that? All right, I'm going to listen. I did the audio one this time. Then I got to hear what it says. Hang on here a minute.
B, F, I, X, C.
All right. Let me see if this works. B, F, I, X, C. Let's see if it'll verify this way. It's thinking. It's thinking. If this works as good as a puzzle piece, it ain't going to work at all. I got a minute, about 2 minutes left. Let me see. Are you thinking or what? What are you going to do here? Were you able to hear that TikTok thing numbers when it said it? Nope. Network error. It didn't work. Didn't go through. It ain't looking good, TikTok. I'll have to reconnect, or you can go over to YouTube or Facebook or one of those or other things. Always have a backup account. For those of you on TikTok, go over to YouTube, our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. It's the same broadcast, right? It's exactly the same. Subscribe over there, notify, and all that. So when I have issues like this, that you're able to still continue on. Those of you on YouTube, also go to TikTok or Facebook or LinkedIn or any of them. You can catch our feeds there also. So always have a backup. You know, once in a while we have an issue with the YouTube software. So, yeah, this thing is not going to work. TikTok, you're about to get disconnected. If I will try to reconnect if you guys want to rejoin. Or like I said, there's about 19 of you left in here right now. If you want to go over to YouTube now, you can. You can do that. Won't miss a beat. And it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. So, anyhow, this is such a time waste even doing this. Waste of time. So, come back, Lee, if you want. All right. All right. Okay, Doug, I see the note there. I have about 40 seconds left before this thing disconnects. Again, I'll try to reconnect it. Even that takes a few minutes to do that. It will just abruptly cut you off. So, all right. Anyway, get a backup account on some other social media platform. I know you all use different ones. Everybody has access to YouTube. It's free. It doesn't cost you a dime. Right? All right. Here we go. About 5 seconds left according to this. Goodbye, TikTok. I'll see you back in a few minutes, maybe. And there goes the feed. All right, let me shut the software down. Your live was discontinued due to inactivity. And see how much I typed in there? It's just crazy. Crazy. Now I got to reload the software. Go through that rigmarole all over again. All right. Excuse me there, everybody else on all the other social medias. All right. All right, what's going on in the markets? It's just kind of flat, hanging out down there at the bottom, right? Correct? So, in Q, the indices are staying down. The gold is pulled back from its highs. A lot of profit taking there also to the downside. As is the rest of the metals such as platinum, silver, palladium. Agriculture was down also today. Oil is also down. It's in a red EWO to the downside. And all indices. NQ, ES, the Russell RTY, and the Dow YM all looking, you can pretty much lay the charts on top of each other between all four of those. They're similar in their price movements. So, all right. Waiting on TikTok. All right, I'm gonna click a couple buttons here. As soon as it loads up. Problem is when you disconnect, you lose all your viewers, right? So this guy can't even keep the TikTok running. I try. Waiting on it to load here. Please stand by. Now's a good time to type your questions in your social media platforms. Spin, 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 spin. Oh, that's the same tune as spam, isn't it? See how I did that subconsciously? And you have to have gray on your hair to even know what I'm talking about. A spam song. You don't know what it is, look it up. It's actually a Monty Python. All right, we'll go live and give it another shot here, see what happens. See if anybody comes back or not. As soon as I went live, it said I was restricted. Well, it didn't even go live yet. How can you restrict me? All right, looks like it's going to be coming back up here now. And there we go. It's coming back up.
Probably the reason why you got the puzzle piece in the first place.
What's that?
To force you to log out and log back in so they could restrict you.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, when I was in, right as soon as the software went live, it told me I was restricted. I had to click the appeal button. Like I say, it's crazy. Anyway, I'm getting my live feed reloaded over here. I don't see it yet. And there we go. All right, it's back up and running. We'll see how many people show up. Usually when that happens, they don't. But did they go over to our YouTube? Doesn't appear so. And I can't control that either. I can only control what I can control. I can't control everything. All right, so looking at NQ. Does it want to go to the downside? Well, I'm waiting on a break and hold below the 9 here. Okay. With a little bit of oomph to the downside. I want to see that candle. This candle's confirmation is on the shoulder of the previous candle on the break of the 9, which is that white line. So does that candle look like it has any energy to it to want to continue to move down? Yeah, it probably wants to go down to 233. I've seen an order for that. But that candle's already collapsed. Well, we'll see what happens. Trying again, teasing us. Going red to green, green to red. It's not a good sign of it wanting to keep going down. Doesn't mean it won't, but it's not a good sign that it wants to. So I will wait and see what happens before I go clickety buttons. Yeah. Well, it looks like it's going to go down. Just go ahead and get in early. Well, yeah, you can do that, and that's how you wreck your account, right? All right. Why is nobody here? Because I got disconnected from TikTok, and I just reloaded the feed. Their, whatever your name is, ADT Rocket Man. Whoever you is, I don't know who all your aliases are in here. So I'm waiting on this, see if it breaks and holds. Hey, Nanya came back. Thank you for sharing the live back out. Appreciate it. This thing's still hugging the line here. Doesn't want to break and hold down below it. So I'm waiting. See what happens. Probably nothing. It's a weak trade right now. I mean, you do have a little minor level here also. You know, I can pretty much draw a line right here, right? You can see where these candles are all hitting. Take the line just a little bit there. What am I doing here? Oh, I went brain dead for a second. Falling asleep while I'm talking. All right. Well, we got 5 people back. Where's the rest of them? All right. It is what it is. What else? Enter. There. I just typed something in within the first 2 minutes. Thing always gives you have inactivity for the last 2 minutes. Why people's in there typing things, including me. All right. Any other questions? If not, we'll just see what we got here. Is there anything I want to trade? By the way, what did Bitcoin do today? I didn't even look at it. Bitcoin's down to 112,525 as we 540 as we speak. One is low, at least in this time frame, of 112,540. Yeah, 465 and all that. So yeah, it's at a critical down level right now. How do I just told you what it was doing, right? So basically VWAP, right? I'd want to see this break and hold below VWAP before I enter this trade. And everything is still to the downside. Don't see anything making a major move up. Other than the dollar index popped temporarily. It's right back down though. So it's like watching paint dry. Do I want to sit here and watch paint dry? No. It's part of investing though, right? You have to wait and be patient. So we'll sit here and we'll wait and we'll see what happens. I have a monitor over a bunch of mini charts that I follow of the different Russells. Gold is actually falling right now. We can take a look at gold. Gold usually doesn't have a lot of volume now. Can I play gold to the downside? Sure. I can do anything I want. It's paper trading. There it is. Bang. All right. So when it drops, if it drops, then I'll get out. You can watch these numbers down here. This tells you how much I'm making. I'm down, whatever that's, what's it say? 6,000, on 100 contracts. Now, the only reason I went over here, I wouldn't trade this time of the day. In fact, that question came up. Why? Because the volume's a lot lower. I find it trading metals in the last few hours of the day, while the rest of the market wants to go nuts the last 10 to 15 minutes. The metals sector just doesn't care, right? We're also getting, that's the only one we're really getting a pull on, but look at it. It looks like it stopped, don't it? Did it? For real? Well, I don't know. Did it? So. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0 just came from me. So now I have to wait for this order to move down more. Bigger space here so we can see it a little bit bigger. Again, it's all personal preference. Here's the stop right here. If this pulls back upwards, instead of continuing down, it will stop my order out, prevent me from losing any more money. That's a good thing. Right now I'm up 16,000 on this trade. I'm now up 14,000. And it's paper money, but it's not as fun. It is more fun trade. Real money, because you have complete control over whether you are a profitable trader or losing. This is sitting there too long. I'm going to take my profit of $10,000, $11,000 there and add that to my bank. Cha-ching, right? So it's that simple, that easy. Clicking a mouse in, clicking a mouse out. Sounds simple anyway, doesn't it? And see, I already sold these, did I not? And these icons are still staying there. Now this says I'm still in the trade. I don't know. Well, okay, so that disappeared off there. There's that. And there's the stops that I have to get rid of, right? Manually. Because it doesn't do it in paper trading. So it finally cleared. I'm up 9,000 after losing 4,000. That doesn't mean it's going to go any particular way. That was gold. GC or MGC for the micros. Is gold wanting to pull down further? Let me see here. Let me get my other chart up here. There we go. Gold. It's coming down to a bunch of little triple bottoms, double bottom type of scenarios. Yeah, that definitely around that. What is that? 36.22-ish mark. So around the 22 mark is a triple bottom. So I got to watch. Oh, well, that would explain why it is what it is, because it's down there already. There you go. Bang, bang. All right. Let's see what else we got going on over here. Gold's just continuing to pull here, or what? Down to this gold level. There we go. Got filled at the exact amount it was when I entered the trade. So, I mean, the speed of your internet has a lot to do with it, right? How good's the cable between here and there, and however it gets to where it's got to get, right? So, not like you're standing inside placing an order. Even then, the computer would beat you. Okay. Oops. Wrong button. Back to NQ here. You gonna move? Just sit there. Nothing. Nothing. Come on. It's worse than watching paint dry. Well, what else is there? Let's go back to gold. Gold do anything? Still in that trade, right? This is why I don't switch off charts, because that would have been disastrous. I forgot already that I thought I closed this trade out, and I just entered it, right? The reason I found out I had an order still going, because I can see right here. Shows right here there's an active trade open for $17,000 right now. This is my entry right here in the center of this box. So I got in here. It's now down here. All right. And I can just go ahead. I think I'll just go ahead and just buy that and buy that back for whatever that amount was, 12,000, 10,000, I don't know. Now up to 19,500. Again, this is not my real money. All right. But we are having a nice pull down here on gold. Made it through that critical area there. So NASDAQ doing anything? Nah, just kind of sitting there. All right. So would I like to be trading this with my real money? Yeah, I am. But the reason I'm not is, number one, I'm distracted. Number two, like I say, I'm just so tired. I don't know if I'm going to make it through this broadcast. That's how tired I is. Especially when nobody doesn't ask any questions. Right? Anyhow, well, we got 5 people back on TikTok. Make sure you head over to AmericanDreamTrading.com. Scroll down, look at our webpage there. You'll find about halfway down the landing page, there's our link for our free Discord. And that's how we interact with each other there, and also with our paid members via the live Zoom calls every day. We go grab those, and we have all those promos there already. Yep, there you go, D-Rock. Yep, got to get the best of us, right? See me do it how many times? Beautiful trade, though. This little movement here. Measure that. I'm just talking about right here after it broke out here under the 200. Let me see. Let me use my measuring tool. From there to present is about 60, we'll call it 70 ticks, close enough. Gold pays $10 a tick. That's $700 in one trade from here to there in a matter of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 minutes. Who pays you that kind of money? Nobody does. It's all right. $25 win. That's good news. You're green, right? Green is green. Don't fixate on how much. There's the next trade coming, and the next days are coming. Don't worry about it. Take what you got. All right. He could have took his, he says over there on YouTube, got out, it was 60, 70 profit, and he took a $25 out of that. And he said he got in at 36.25. 36.25. Oh, right up here. It's above that section right here. So he got in up here somewhere. It dropped down. He got out. He's like me. He's locked into profits instead of letting the runners run to their full potential, right? It's okay. That's guaranteed profit, right? It's in your bank account now. It's in your margin trading account. So, again, now if you feel that you got out too soon, go back and evaluate. What was it that made you want to get out of that trade? Did it break and hold above the 9 or anything the entire time? I don't see that it did. Right? Now you've gotten to pull back and all that, but you know, look at that. Look at this. This thing's been going downhill ever since, right? All right. There we go. See what else we got going on here. Let's see here. I'm looking at the L2 for gold. Seeing what's going on. See how I don't usually like trading metals after lunch, basically. But 2 o'clock on, it just seems like the volume dies out. And it does have very low volume, by the way. Extremely low. So if it pulls back on you, get you into a negative trade instead of being positive, then it's that much harder to get that money back because it doesn't. I can keep a cohesive thought for more than 10 seconds. I'm going to have to shut this down. My brain is just so mush. I just can't believe it. It was about 20 minutes before the live when I was like, my body just went, ugh. Time shut down, right? Ran out of gas. Gold's kind of leveling out now. All right. You know what, folks? I'm going to call it a day. I am just fried. Brain is fried.
Do it.
Not much there anyway. What? Do it? Who said do it? Do it? Much there anyway. So, I do thank you for being here, though. We are live 3 times a day. Coach is live from 9 to 11. I am live from 2 to 4, and the aftermarket show starts at 4 o'clock over on our YouTube channel, American Dream Trading. Make sure you head over to our website for additional information, which is americandreamtrading.com. All right, check that out. Yes, I said it. And there's over 2,000 so over there. There's over 2,000 trading videos that you can watch at your leisure. There's that Jenny again. Better get that phone number. Let's see. All right, that's it. Yeah, I got painting to do. I got to paint around my door frames. I ain't got time for a nap yet. Got to get that done. It's supposed to start raining again tomorrow. Well, again, it hasn't rained. Right. Well, it didn't really. I think we had 1 day of measurable rain in the month of August here where I live. It was pretty dry. It's not unusual, but basically we didn't get anything. So, anywho, I'm going to call it a day. I will see you same time, same bat channel tomorrow to make sure anybody you come in contact with that you leave lasting positive memories with them. Don't drag them down, build people up. You know what I mean? So we're going to call it a day today just because my brain is fried. I can't take it anymore, Captain. I might literally fall asleep while I'm talking to you guys. So we will see you tomorrow, right? I'll have more.
Thanks, man. Good night.
All righty. There we go. So we'll see you same time, same bat channel tomorrow.